Evening all, welcome to tonight's Tier 3 stream, round 14 here at Quarter, Circuit of the Americas. Comms tonight will be myself, Clay Mull, and I will be joined by Kieran shortly. He's just stuck in a bit of traffic at the moment. I got a couple of cars going out on track though, jump on board, find out who they are. One's an Alpha Terry, that's Matey Boy, first out on track, so we'll jump on board with him. Evening also. Cheers Hound, weather is all sunny. So fairly tricky track today. Quarter's one of them. It's a bit of a Marmite track, if I'm honest. You either love it or you hate it. Sector 1, very tricky with the S's. And then the massive straight on the back in Sector 2. And then again, Sector 3 can be tricky as well with the curbs. So all about how you build your setup, what you're going for, whether it's for Sector 1, Sector 3, or just pure straight line speed. But we'll see how it progresses. As Matey Boy's now started his lap. First run through the S's, let's see how he does. A lot of curb there on the inside. Oh, and he's spun. Jump on with Dave, who it was, who were just behind him, but he's managed... Oh, he's just invalidated there at the end of the S's. So yeah, first two who've come up to the S's struggling a lot. We'll jump on with... not Dave Douglas, sorry. We'll jump on with Curly. Curly is the next through on a hot lap. He's made it through the S's cleanly. DRS open now on the back straight. Looks like you're driving into heaven when you come down that back straight as well. The sun in your face is unreal. But Curly's kept it clean. Kept it within the limits as well. Let's see what he can manage now through Sector 3. As Jackie has crashed out at the S's. Jackie's out. Confirmation as well, this is a sprint weekend. As Curly sets a 34.8, Ken Lowry a 33.9. Yeah, sprint weekend, so we're only running short quali. Then we'll have the sprint race, followed by the feature race. Chris sets a 35.2. Barker 33.5, so Bark's right up there. As we've just seen, pint-sized geezer's just joined. On board with Saki now. He's made it through the S's. In sector 2 now. Seeing yellow flags there. I think that's a slow moving car who's already finished the lap, just getting out of the way. Saki onto the back straight. Little wiggle out of turn 11 there. Not looking like too bad a lap from Saki here, to be honest. Probably not the fastest lap, but he's kept it clean. Red Bull there getting out of his way. Turn 19, now he keeps it within the lines. Final corner. DRS open, across the line. A 36.3 puts himself P10, which is the back of the lads who've started a lap, completed a lap so far. Jump on with Venom. As I think Lutman's just set a time there, 34.2, put himself up to P3. Chip as well, missed his lap, 34.4, putting himself, well, would have been P3 before Lutman's time, but yeah, P4 now for the Ferrari. Looks like Dave's going again. We'll stick on board with Venom as he comes round the final corner now. DRS open and across the line, a 35.3, so P9 for Venom. We've got Dave going again. Let's see what he manages now through sector 1. 25.8. Saying it's a purple sector 1. He'll be hoping not to invalidate this time, which he looks to have avoided. Turn 11 now. Nice tight left-hander. Takes it very nicely, to be honest. DRS open down that back straight. Let's see what speed he gets up to. .198. 198 miles per hour there. So seems maybe he's running a bit higher wing. He didn't breach that 200 mark, but it's saying a purple sector 2. See what he manages now through sector 3. Keep it clean, keep it on track. Got a yellow flag there. I think that's an Alfa Romeo. Dave now across the line up to P5, 34.6, so very good lap time there from Dave. I think that is on a set of tyres that have done 2 laps as well, so very good from Dave. Just jump on board with Osso now. He's not yet set a time, but he's the only one of the lads who's out there on an out lap. Fuel light is flashing, so I'm not sure if he's maybe invalidated his first run and gone again. And he's invalidated this run. So Osso will need to come into the pits now with that fuel light flashing. I don't think he'll have enough to go again. And he's into the pit. I thought he hit the wall then. Evening Terriers, mate. Thanks for tuning in. We've got Wookie on a lap now. Jump on board with Wookie. Watch him through sector 1 and the S's. Tell you what, that looked good. Looked very good. Also says awful track. Yeah, either that or the driver, mate. Let you decide. Terry, there's nothing else in life for us, so F1, fuel light and track limits. Yeah, there you go. Everything comes in threes. Tell you what, Wookie's not looking too bad here. I like his line through a lot of the corners, especially through sector 1. He looks smooth. See how he manages through sector 3 now. Turn 19, well away from that outside curb there. Probably could have took that a little faster. Final corner, bit of curb. And up to P4, 34.4, so very good lap time there from Wookie. Got Hound, is he on a second lap? No, it looks like he's recharging. Chris across the line. I'm not sure. I'm not sure whether he's give up there because he's still got 40% ERS. See what he manages through sector 1. Is his ERS still activated? Can't tell. Yeah, his ERS is still activated. It is depleting. See what he manages. Completely missed his sector 1 split, to be honest. But he is still pushing now. He's got an Alfa Romeo behind him as well, which will be Lutman on an outlap at the moment.
Evening. Sorry I'm late.
Evening, Kieran.
Roadworks unreal. But yeah, sorry that I'm late. Managed to get in just before the end of quality though.
It is what it is.
Be heard. If not, also my audio sounds out a sec.
Yeah, you can be heard, mate. Just check the stream. All good.
Right, that's me sat.
And Chris is into the pits. Hound's well off the pace on his lap. Pint-sized geezer will jump on board with now coming down the back straight. So far we've only lost Jackie. Crashed out in sector 1 through the S's. Saki's decided enough's enough.
Why has Oscar got a set of Inters on?
Also, you do that, mate, you will receive a penalty. There we go. Clever man changed them to softs.
Mine's still got him as on Inters, so I might just have a slight
delay. Hold on. Oh no, mine's definitely saying softs. Pint-sized geezer up to the final corner. DRS open, across the line, 37.3, so 15th for him. We've got Hardy on a lap, but he's invalidated. Oh, it is an outlap. He's back into the pits.
Yeah, he's only going to have one more run at that.
But I know he does potentially have a quali ban, so whether he's just been out to, secure his setup or whether he's deciding to serve his quali ban next week, we do always give the option with a sprint race.
I will check the bans for this week and just double check. Tier 3, yeah, Haddy does have a quali ban, so it is up to him whether or not he serves it this week or next week.
You got Lutman coming up to the line, didn't improve a second off his time though.
But a track like Coulter where there's plenty of overtaking opportunities, plus sprint weekend, you might make up a few places during the actual sprint.
Yeah, the thing is though, is if you serve the quali ban through the sprint, you've got to retire from the quali and the start of the sprint race.
Ah, okay, so you're missing.
Yeah.
Both. So yeah,
that's. I think that's why the lads decide not to serve it here. Whereas me personally, I'd rather start at the back of the grid because, like you say, a track like this, I feel I could make up a few positions, just from others' mistakes and maybe a bit of chaos ahead.
Yeah, especially into turn 1, it's a long run and an uphill braking zone, so a lot of missed braking zones will happen.
Yeah, definitely.
It is entirely possible to just completely miss your mark. There's also just deciding to save all of his tyres for the sprint.
If I'm honest, he needs to get out there. He needs to get a lap in, as Hardy has retired.
So yeah, he might just be opting to serve his volley ban now.
Yeah, we'll keep an eye on how it starts at the sprint, but yeah, you know, as we say, we put it down to driver's choice when it comes to a sprint weekend. Ooh, his matey were a little wide on that final corner there, but does improve by almost 2 tenths, puts himself P10. Dave Douglas, Sector 2, less than half a tenth over his time, so he is improving. Fuel light flashing though.
It will do. If you're under, I think it's under a lap, which on your flying lap, if you do dip under a lap worth of fuel as you come towards the end of it, it's you finish on like 0.6 of a lap. As he goes P6.
Dave does improve, yeah. P6 splits the Ferraris, a 134.6.
So is Dave now in a Ferrari sandwich, or is Full Send Dave in a Mercedes sandwich?
Full Send Dave's P3, 34.1. Improves by over 4 tenths. Wookie P2. 33.8. Wow.
Charge.
So Track Evolution, I think, is definitely playing a part here. Chips invalidated, so that might be him. Dave is 0.13. Dave Douglas, this is point. Oh wait, he had improved.
Yeah, he's out of fuel.
Yeah, he's out. He's out. Curly's retired. Is that in the pits?
Hound is just starting his next lap. So let's see what he's like through sector 1. If he's using my setup, then he can go flat through this sector, but it's whether or not he has the confidence in it to do so.
Yeah, mine, if I'm honest, with one of them, I probably could go flat if you know, I was manual or whatever, could deal with just flicking down gears, but it's not something I risk myself. Just looking at the comments there, pint size giving us. Yeah, let me put my teeth back in. Pint size geezer saying good evening. Evening, mate. Thanks for tuning in. Glad to have you here. Also, did not get back out, so he is going to be starting the sprint P16. No time set.
I think he also did the same thing Friday night.
Hound
made sure that he had all of his tyres. Is Hound on a scrub set as he's lost the
race? Yeah, lost the race, but he was already over 3.5 tenths, so that time had gone. That lap had already gone.
And he's bailed out of it now.
He's got Chris. He just moved out of the way of Chris, who was almost half a second under.
Yeah. The thing is that middle sector with the switchbacks and off-camber corners, you've just spent the last 10 to 12 seconds as Chris goes.
Chris P8.
Half a second quicker. You've just spent like the last 12 seconds at full throttle.
Kane Lowry, wow. 33.3.
As Barks put himself up into P2, by the way.
Yeah, Bart was on P1 before Kane set that time.
So one lap heroic from Kane.
Yeah, Zonny Veld's just jumped up there as well. P8 at 34.7. We've got Matey Boy just coming up to the line now. Does improve, puts himself P10. Dave Douglas, who's not on a lap, he is just currently getting out of the way of cars. I think he's well over that 7% rule. Almost 3 minutes this lap so far. I think he's in low fuel mode.
Yeah, but there's low fuel mode and then there's
no fuel mode.
Yeah.
Just looking at the comments as well.
What's the quote from Fast and Furious? You could have pushed this push this along faster than 10 seconds. Towed it maybe.
As also said, it was awkward for him. He wanted to get out, but his teammate got back into the pits. It took 20 seconds to get out, which screwed him. So all I'll say in reply to that is you left it for one lap, and that screwed you there. I know obviously you did go out earlier, you invalidated a lap and what have you, but leaving it till the last minute, you're not allowing for any little things like that. Your teammate coming back in or anything can cost you.
Literally any sort of driver leaving the pits that's got out a couple of seconds ahead of you, and then you having to stop and wait for them to go past. It happened to me Friday night. I went to go out the pits and ended up sat there for an extra like half a minute due to 5 or 6 cars leaving the pits just ahead of me, so I had to just sit there and wait.
Confirmation there for your sprint. You'll have Kane Lowry starting P1, back P2. I'll tell you what, second row, Wookie and Dave. I think that's brilliant there from them two getting up there. Top 5 all within a second. Chip just out of that. But at the back of the grid, we've got Jackie, Hardy, Osso, and Pint-Sized Geezer.
Yeah.
Am I wrong? Is Pint-Size making his debut here tonight?
I think so. I don't think he raced last week. But we did trial him. I think it was 2 weeks ago. Very clean from what I can remember from his trial.
Yeah, he didn't race. He didn't race last week, so this will be his debut here in CDR.
Just a little bit cautious from what I can remember. But obviously, I'm in a car because there wasn't enough people to fill out the.
Yeah, that's going to be a bit of an issue. Kieran back in Tier 3. My God, stewards are going to have a nightmare.
What I'll do is I'll just drive round at the back of the grid and just pull into the pits and retire at the end of lap 1.
Yeah.
And just try and commentate the onboard.
Try and stay out of the drama is what I'd say.
Yeah. I'm on the pad as well.
As also says driver of the day. I don't know if he means you or himself.
Assists. Let's turn auto gears back on while I'm on the pad.
Yeah, we have got the formation lap on, so
yeah, I'm gonna have to do 2 laps and just try and not crash into anybody.
Yeah, don't kill anyone. Basically, we'll be all right.
This is what happens when you join and it's not a full grid.
Yeah. Nothing of your own doing. A couple of drivers who've checked in who haven't turned up, who will be receiving an SLP penalty. Yeah.
And I've just got the notification that my pad battery is low.
As Terrier says, Kieran to DNF for slap, I'm putting 100 quid on it.
I might just turn my wheel on for a minute and just do the.
I think that's more dangerous, if I'm honest with you.
Mate, I'm trying to go around this formation lap for the first time using the PS5 pad on this game.
Well, think yourself lucky, it's miles better than the PS4 pad.
So, and I've got Jackie ahead of me, who is my Tier 3 teammate. So I definitely do not want any collisions.
Just want to confirm as well, Hardy has said he'll serve his quali ban this weekend, so he's expecting to pull into the pits and retire straight away from the sprint.
As I'm at the back of the grid, all I've got to do is just not pull away and I'll get disqualified, won't I?
Don't do that. It could potentially cause a safety car. Just drive right, cruise round at the back, pull into the pits and retire.
So do what I'm doing now, just miles off the back of Jackie and then just retire.
I thought you were racing. Sorry, I thought that was your normal pace. As Kane Lowry's overshot his marks on pole, so he's been disqualified. Back pulling up there. Dave, Dave's close. I thought he'd overshot as well. He looks very close to the edge of his box.
Friday night, I got a perfect grid positioning. Like I pulled into my grid marker 0.0 meters away.
So it looks like Kane's the only one who's been disqualified. Oh, there we go, matey.
Don't rule me out here. Nope.
Here we go, leaderboards all over the place, as usual. Can't see the lights. But away we go. Bart looks like he got a good start there up the inside of Kane, and the Alpine of Wookie as well. Wookie going up the inside of Bart. Lutman going round the outside of Chip. Dave's dropped down to P6. He's battling Chris at the moment.
I've got Haddy ahead of me.
Yeah, I think he's planning on pulling in and retiring anyway. Hounds dropped down the order. Yellow flags there. That's a Haas. That is Jackie. Jackie. Venom's Venom's crashed out as well at the end of the S's there. So we do have a full safety car. Ferrari's P5, P6. So Dave dropped down a couple of positions. 2 positions. Lutman and Chip managed to jump him there. Kane, Bark and Wookie all staying where they were eventually.
This is not helpful for me because now everybody's backed up.
Dave Douglas down 7 places. It makes no issue for you, to be honest. If you're pulling into pits and retiring now, your car will come out, and by the time that the rest of the pack get round to where your car would be, if it is released again, you know it'll be gone.
Yep.
You just want to get an overtake there, didn't you?
In fairness, it was off the track. I think he thinks I'm part of this race. So...
Oh, don't get involved in the race, please, Kieran. I'm getting flashbacks. Oh. I'll just do a quick tyre check now as well. I will if I change the right section. So we've got Wookie on the softs, everybody else on the mediums. Just a reminder, Kieran, as well, you probably have to do this in the feature.
Yep, I know.
It looks like the leaderboard's a bit all over the place. We've got Hounds, Saki showing us over 2 minutes apart. Over 2 minutes behind.
Right, there we
Kieran
go.
Hardy into the pits. Kieran retired. Has Hardy retired yet? Yeah, Hardy's retired as well. So he has served his quali ban. Fair play to him.
I'm going to go get my charger cable so that my pad doesn't die midway through.
Yeah, we could do without that drama. If I'm honest, this'll help Wookie now. Starting on the softs, safety car here for, maybe a lap or 2. It'll just help extend them a bit more. I did find it fairly harsh on tyre wear here.
Mine was actually pretty alright. Because I ran a couple of clicks on each.
Mine was bad. And if I'm honest, I ran, fairly minimal tyre pressures, which normally helps me, but yeah, I noticed they were fairly bad here. I think my mediums for the sprint were gone after about 7 laps, 6 laps, something like that. Seen overtaking there under the safety car, Russell and Dave Douglas swapping places, but I think they've sorted that out now between themselves.
Yep. Right, under the safety car, I'm just going to grab a quick
break. You've completed more laps than you have all season. Do you know what I mean? You're not used to this.
Hey, I finished the race Friday night.
Alright, yeah. Alright, fair enough.
I finished both races.
I finished one. Didn't quite make it through the second.
So.
But yeah, the pack's fairly... Yeah, it is right, all bunched up, but safety car's not in this lap. We have got another. I'm just going to run to the toilet while this safety car's out another lap.
Yeah, and I'll just keep an eye on it from taking my break. So, everybody's just... We've got like another 3 minutes of a safety car. As Jackie pits. But only I could make. Well, only I could retire from a race I'm not even a part of.
Oh, I remember the F2 days. Watching, I think it was Mechanical and Teabag, and they both ended up in a car. But yeah, Jackie's pitted, popped the softs on, so he should be fairly quick. It's just whether or not he's going to have the pace to make the positions up.
But that's now going to scrub a set of mediums and a set of softs for the race.
Dave and Osso, I think, have just swapped positions again, and we've got the message now saying the safety car in this lap. Not too sure what's going on with Dave and Osso, though.
Bearing in mind, we lead directly onto the real life Grand Prix.
Yeah,
so the sprint.
Yeah, I did. Fairly boring, to be honest.
Worst one of the season. The track's too long for it.
Yeah, sort of agree.
Baku, there's an air of danger at every corner. Here, you've got 1,000 acres of runoff.
You do, but seeing mistakes from, drivers like Piastri and Verstappen making a mistake at the same corner as well and having a spin yesterday, anything can sort of happen. It looks like Kane's got us underway again here. He's gone early. Before the final corner. Looks we've got a decent jump on back. Chip is all over the back of Luckman. Is he going for a move up the inside at turn 1? He thought about it, but he backed out. Bit of a slide on the exit as well.
Because if you've got the wrong suspension camber, you have no grip along into the hairpins here. Because there's such a long run between corners, your tyres cool down.
I've got to say though, I ran Chip's setup on Friday and it felt a bit loose once your tyre wear came up, but it wasn't a bad setup. I didn't find it hard. Didn't find it hard to drive, you just sort of had to be alert with it.
Yeah, mine was slow but stable.
As Wookie looks like he's gaining in on back now, pulling away from Luckman. Is Wookie going for a jump up the inside? He thought about it. Backed out, that might bring Luckman back into play. Zonny Veld and Curly side by side there as well. Curly keeping that position, P8 sitting right behind Chris. Zonny Veld looks like he's trying to go around the outside.
Like both Ferraris are still in contention for a decent result in the sprint.
Multi 21.
Where are the Red Bulls? P2 and
you.
Not here. Oh yeah. And not here.
As Wookie sets the fastest lap. Again, he's very close to back, so he's going to be looking to take advantage of them soft tyres. Jackie's made one position up. Osso's got Dave. Dave's dropped down behind Jackie as well now. Osso and Jackie battling. I tell you what, going into the S's, you don't want to be side by side with another car, do you?
No, as I'm just watching Dave and Jackie go through the S's side by side.
I saw the gap between Jackie and Osso and was like, that is not where you want to be. As Hounds made it past Matey Boy out of turn 10, I think that is, running to 11.
No, that's turn 10. So I made it between 9 and 10. The corner that he's heading into behind his teammate now is turn 11.
I thought turn 11 was the hairpin onto the back straight.
Nope, that's turn 10.
Are you sure?
Yep.
You do realise I'm going to Google this now?
Yeah. As he gets a bad exit and not swiping across the front of your teammate to get back on the racing line.
Yeah, the hairpin onto the back straight's turn 11.
Please tell me that the little kink in between the two corners doesn't count as a corner.
Yeah, that's turn 10.
It's flat.
Told you, I thought I was right. I thought I was right.
Oh, that is not even a wheel's width away from each other. Jackie making up ground.
Oh,
And outbreaks
and he's
himself.
yeah. I think he had a snap of oversteer on the exit
on
there,
the
and
exit.
sort of hit also as he tried going up the inside.
It was on his way back onto the track. It's like he got a snap of oversteer on the curb.
Yeah.
I'm not sure who got the wing damage though.
I can't see. Is there any? Can't see any wing damage on Jackie.
But there was definitely an end plate that came off.
Yeah, there's an end plate missing off. Also, his front right end plate's missing. As Dave Douglas has just made it past Saki. Should be.
Struggling.
Is he within DRS? No, he's not. He's without DRS. So Saki might battle him back here down this straight.
Saki has got DRS. And yep, Saki's coming back on the attack. It's nice to see Saki on something other than the hards, in fairness. Saki makes a nice move around the outside.
It's nice to see him last 6 laps, if I'm honest, and not pulling pits and fucking retire.
Dave Douglas has just picked up a track limit penalty.
Yeah, so Saki, Douglas and Pint Size all with a 3-second penalty at the moment. Just on board with Zonny Veld. In a close battle here with Matey Boy and Jackie as well. Jackie's on the back of this now.
Ooh. That was a little bit close for comfort. A little bit of banging of wheels between Dave and Saki. But DRS just sized Saki up and got the move done. Out the final corner, just took the shadow of the line. And DRS just powered him up the hill.
Jackie's made it past Zonny Veld there as well. Matey's caught Hound, so that DRS from Hound will help him. Looking at ERS though, Zonny Veld's still got 70% ERS. Also still got 75. Whereas a couple of the lads ahead of them, 21, 46, 33, 40. You know, they should be able to close in here.
Yeah, but this is it during the sprint.
Oh, look at Kane. 76%.
Yeah. I'd say his biggest improvement so far this season isn't his raw pace. He always had that. It's his ERS management.
I agree with what you're saying. I'd say his consistency more, because he did have the. He's one of them who's been a title challenger for probably 5 of the 8 seasons we've done. But what's let him down was his consistency. Like, even when he's had a bad weekend here, he's normally still finished on the podium this season. And I think that's been the main thing for him.
Yeah, the Tier 3 post-race interviews have just been the Kane Lowry podcast.
As Jackie's well off track there, trying to hang it around, still trying to make the overtake on Matey Boy while off the track. That's crazy.
I've got him going up the inside at the final corner.
Yeah, I'm shocked there, to be honest. Chris has made it past Dave.
So that's Jackie up into the top 10 with Hound up next. But Hound is pretty much the end of his list, because Curly's 2.9 3.9 ahead of Jackie at this stage, so 2 laps to go. Those softs are going to start feeling it.
Yeah, that's it. Just want to see what happens to Wookie's softs now. 7 laps in.
It's Curly's.
Dave. Yeah, sorry. Curly made a move on Dave and then dropped back behind him. Dave has ended up with DRS. I wonder if Dave's just made a little mistake there, because he's well off the back of Chris now.
Up the inside at turn 12. It is nice to see the drivers actually doing what the actual drivers do there. That if they've been beaten to the apex, they just take the exit. As Hound's round, Hound's lost it.
I'll tell you what is nice to see is Curly and Dave, you know, 2 of the lads who, when they first joined, didn't really have the pace. Both up there battling 4 points in a sprint race, and both looking really good.
Yeah, as Jackie's just picked up a penalty.
No, that'll screw his progress now.
Yeah, that's going to drop him back down to behind also, or in and around also.
Yeah, I think he might just be ahead of Osso at the moment.
Yeah. Sorry, it's going to drop him down to Zonneveld. If I pronounce that right.
As Teabag said, send him an invite.
He won't be able to get in because... Oh, no. Oh, yeah, he will.
He
because
will,
there's
but
a spare
it probably
car.
won't be his own car. But we can sort that out after. It
Yeah.
should fill the grid. He'll be starting at the back.
Yeah.
Obviously, you yourself will be pulling out of the way. But that's
Yeah.
it. That'll be the last spot.
I'll do what I did during the beginning of this race. Just hold the clutch and just let everybody disappear.
What I'd say,
the
if there's a car behind you, just pull aside, move out of the way. Whether it's the inside of the track or the outside, just get well out of the way.
I'll be starting in 19th again, so on the right hand side. So I'll literally just hold the clutch and not move off until everybody's gone.
Well, it's got your 18th here, which means there's a car behind you. So I'd say just as soon as it happens, just pull to the left. As Bark's battling, Lutman back. Keeps the position, but Lutman's looking racing now. Lutman's got more ERS as well. Wookie's almost out of ERS. He was battling Kane a lap ago, but it's not happening now. He's losing that pace. He's lost that advantage because of how much ERS he's used.
Yeah. Oh, Dave's picked up a penalty. That's not going to help him.
Oh, Dave.
Is Logman going to pick up an unlikely P2 from the sprint?
I mean, he looked really good last week, you know, taking a race win. If I'm honest, he looked brilliant from start to finish last week, so it's good to see him carrying on this form, not just disappearing.
Last week.
Am I talking shit, or?
I didn't see last week's Tier 3 results.
I thought last week was Lutman for the win. I think we had Osso on the podium. And Kane Lowry. I think it was Lutman, Kane Lowry, Osso, from my recollection. Has Barks got Wookie? Yeah.
And so is Lockman. Oh, no.
No, he backed out.
On the brakes.
Fairly sensible, because that's a tight corner to go side by side.
Yeah. And the next couple of corners really aren't the ones for overtaking. Like, I managed to move up the inside here.
Lutman's trying to go around the outside. Yeah. That's brave.
Yeah, there's no grip out there, is there? Is he going to try and just dip up the inside here?
No, Wookie defends it well.
That's excellent car placement.
Yeah, brilliant drive there. Yeah, brilliant driving from both of them, to be honest. Lutman not forcing it, and Wookie doing what he needed to defend that place. Yeah. Brilliant driving from them. But Kane Lowry taking the sprint race win. Kane Lowry is obviously your championship winner this season. Bartman finishing fairly strong as well, second place. But what a drive from Wookie there in the sprint on the soft tyres as well, P3.
I think the safety car helped him there.
Yeah.
Without that, he would have been possibly in and around shit.
Yeah, I think he'd probably dropped a bit further without the safety car. Them tyres had well gone off. But I'll be back just before the start of the feature.
Yeah. So Pint Size Skis is just coming across the line. Do you want to get the results first? I'm just reading through the comments and just seeing nothing else in life for us. So F1 fuel line track limits. I don't know why I'm checking my strategy screen. Force a habit, I guess.
Yeah, just looking at the comments there, also saying overtaken under safety car, getting driven into and damage. Lucky's on my side again. Well, that's what the incidents page is for. Reported after the race, as Stingray just jabs him, saying classic Osso blaming other people. We get away now for the formation lap. Kieran does get away, but very slowly.
Yeah, moving out of the way for everybody to form the driving properly.
Yeah, T-Bag, who obviously has just joined right at the back of the grid. Not in his actual car, but I'm sure that's something we can sort out. Not too sure how it'll work. Yeah, he's Williams.
Williams. I'm just used to seeing T-Bag in the Alpha Tauri.
Yeah, it's a staple of previous seasons.
Yeah.
But it'll be interesting to see how this plays out. We'll have a quick look at tyres now. So we've got Kane and Bart both starting on the softs, Wookie on the medium, Lutman on the hards, Chip and Chris on the softs, Dave on the softs, Zonny Veld, Dave Douglas, and, well, you on the softs. Wookie, Curly, Matey, Jackie, Pint Size, and Venom on the mediums, everybody else on the hard. So a lot of different strategies here. I wonder if, you know, the soft runners are open to take advantage of maybe an early safety car, get off them tyres. They should be good. Like I said, we've just seen Wookie do the sprint on them, but he was out with that safety car, so whether or not they go much further than 10 laps, I don't know.
I think they're projected about 13.
I think that's a bold prediction, if I'm honest. A bold estimation.
Think that's the game's projection.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's a bold estimation. I think you'll be struggling after 7 laps on them.
Yeah, it's like they say the game says they can do 16 laps around Bahrain.
Stingray says Williams don't need his points, just give them to AlphaTauri. Curly's overshot his marks.
Right, where's my marker?
Matey's overshot his. Hound's overshot his. Ooh, Venom's overshot. Well done, Kieran, you didn't overshoot.
Almost came up too short.
Yeah, all I'd say is just make sure you're out of the way, obviously, once the lights go out. That's 5 lights. And away we go. Kane looks to have got a good start back. Is he going up the inside? Lutman's got up the... Ooh, it's very close there, Lutman. I think Lutman and Chris came together there on the inside.
Cars everywhere.
Chris down 12 places.
That's for Williams. That's Paddy. Oh, Paddy's just not having a great... So, he needs a safety car at some point in this race.
Ah, we've got Chip up in P2. What's going on here? Yeah, if I'm honest, it looked like Lutman tried getting up the inside of Bark and Wookie, and I think Chris tried following him, and unfortunately, it looked like Lutman had nowhere to go. He had to slam on the apex, and yeah, it looked like Chris
behind him.
Yeah, I think Chris got stuck then behind Lutman, with a lot of cars going round the outside, just clearing them both. Bark's down 2 positions, Chip's up 3, Dave's up 3, Lutman down 2. But yeah, big loser there on that start is Chris, down at 10, 11 place at the moment. He's battling with Saki.
Yeah, I just moved out of Hadi's way as he is attempting to rejoin the race.
Yep.
Benefit is everybody is still bunched up because it's lap 1, so if everybody's still squabbling to make up a few, like 8-9 seconds in the opening couple of laps.
Yeah, not too bad a race start, to be honest.
Hadi's just coming round the final couple of corners, and Kane Lowry's just at the fastest lap of the race after obviously crossing the line first.
Yeah, timings are a bit dodgy at the moment. Zonny Veld has just made it past his teammate Hound, but it's saying they're both a minute 40 behind.
Kieran has retired from 2
Oh,
races.
there we go. That's something we're used to seeing.
No, we're used to seeing Kieran, the CDR Kieran has DNF'd, not retired.
As Dave Douglas has made it past Hound as well. Hound looks like he's got a good run on him there, though. Up the inside at turn 10. Brilliant move there from Hound, to be honest. In turn 10. Up the inside at turn 10 on the harder tyres as well.
Stingray wanted a driver's eye view of the run up to turn 1.
Yeah, not with Kieran. It'd be dangerous, mate. It'd be scary.
From where I was sat, it was actually fairly immense. I just saw 19 other cars just 5 wide at one point.
Osso's made it past Dave Douglas there as well. Teabag side by side with him out of turn 12 into turn 13. Teabag on the outside, not keeping the position. Teabag on obviously the harder tyre, so Dave will be much quicker at this point.
Honestly, this is that sector, like that section of corners, is possibly one of my favourite sections of track anywhere to go wheel to wheel with somebody.
Turn 3, sector 3, sorry.
The beginning, like the end of sector 2, beginning of sector 3 here, yeah. Because you've just got so many different lines you can take.
As Curly's made it past Matey Boy as well up the inside for turn 1. Zonny Veld stuck his nose in a little bit there, almost got that took off. I'll tell you what though, Chip is very close to Kane. He's using more ERS, but staying within that DRS. Wookie as well. See, Wookie's on the medium type. Oh, Saki's lost it in sector 1.
That's in the S's.
What might benefit it here is that the pack's still fairly compact, so we might not see a safety car.
You could do with a safety car.
Yeah, there we go.
Back into this.
Cody's Marshalls, mate, unbelievable. As Chip's now pulled out a DRS from Wookie, he's all over the back of Kane. As I say, he's using
VSC.
Eh?
Yeah, it was only a VSC.
It wasn't anything.
Alright, it was just yellow flags.
Just yellow flags. Because the field were quite compact. By the time they get round, the car's been cleared, so...
Ah, fair enough.
Makes sense, to be honest. As Wookie's closing back in, though, in Sector 3, so I'm wondering whether Chip setup's more straight line speed than corners. But they've got back now by 2 seconds. As there we go, Osso, 4 laps in, 3-second penalty. Osso doing Osso.
Osso doing Osso things.
Tell you what, Dave's not having a bad race either. Lutman as well. I know Lutman had obviously the tricky start trying to go up the inside of turn 1, but sat on the back of Dave at the moment, who's on the back of back. Clear of Jackie as well. Jackie's not had a bad start himself up to P7.
Yeah, the fact that arguably Dave this time a season ago was round about where Pint-Sized Geezer is on pace.
Yeah,
with no
yeah.
disrespect to either driver.
Yeah.
And Bob Monza, where he had his no moment on his
Wookie's made a move there on chip.
And Dave's gone past Mark. The Ferrari's now P3 and 4.
Forza Ferrari.
But Dave is on 16% ERS already.
Yeah, he's using a lot.
The middle sector.
On them softer tyres, so, you know, he's got to make them work at this moment. Bark's on the soft tyre as well, but Wootman's looking good on the hard tyres. We'll have another check of the tyre situation now.
Yeah, Jackie on the mediums, Matey on mediums, Curly on mediums, Zonnefeld on softs.
Oh, we got a yellow flag. That's teabag round in sector 3.
Lost the rear. Dave Douglas has picked up the first penalty of the second penalty of the race.
Yeah, Hound into the pits.
Could that be the reason
off the hard tyres. Off the hard tyres, so he must have wing damage. He must have damage.
Oh, watch his pit stop.
Yeah, it's a new front wing.
Yep. Teabag has managed to keep going, so if that was a little bump between the pair of them, it has only affected Teabag in time and track position, not damage, from what we can see.
Just on board with this battle now for P5. Bark, I think, just managed to stick within DRS of Dave. He did, which is going to help him here against Lutman. Lutman was looking threatening to him, to be honest. This might help Bark keep that position.
Yeah, but Jackie's got treble DRS.
Yeah, big slipstream.
It's huge, and he's just looked at it and gone, not today.
Yeah, but that's it. Lutman on the hard tyres is not in a bad position at all. You know, 4 of the guys ahead of him on the soft tyre. So their tyres are going to be screaming in the next 3-4 laps.
If we can get through today's race with minimal safety cars, and Lockman can drag those tyres out to maybe about lap 19 to 20. And then just the final stint, lowest fuel on set softs. Who knows?
Yeah, if I'm honest, I think you're optimistic.
Yeah, no, but Kane Lowry's pretty much confined himself to the soft to hard strat. Well, we've got yellow flag in sector 3.
I think that's teabag round again.
Yep, Teabag's being passed by Hound again.
Yeah, Teabag's struggling. As Chris has made it past Douglas, Dave Douglas, sorry.
The last time we raced here, Teabag got the most unfortunate.
Oh, Chris is off track. Oh, rejoins. I think he's clipped. He's clipped Venom there. I think he's clipped his teammate, and I think he's just been rear-ended by Dave Douglas as well.
And Hardy's out.
Hardy's out. That's a full safety car. Yeah, if I'm honest, I think. Look, from what I saw, I think Chris. Yeah, Chris.
Geezer has hit Chris.
Chris lost it in sector 1 through the S's and sort of gone across the grass and rejoined the track in front of someone else, which, you know, it's hard when you're trying to correct the car at that speed. But I don't know. It'd be interesting to see that again. I think Chris might have caused that bit of chaos behind there. But yeah, it'd be interesting to see how people pit now. Safety cars out.
Kane Lowry's got to take those softs off and get a set of hards on.
This is what I'm thinking. Will the soft runners jump in now? Kane's thinking about it. No, he's not. He's staying out. Wookie's staying out. Chip's staying out. Dave's staying out as well. I thought if I'm honest, I thought the Ferraris had split strategies. That'd have been my option.
Jackie's in off the mediums.
Yeah, Jackie, Matey, Curly in off the mediums.
Zonnefeld is into
off the softs. Yeah, if I'm honest, I
feel like is in.
Ferrari lads have made a mistake though. I feel like one of them should have boxed. They should have split strategies there, but you know, I could be wrong.
Yeah, ideally you want to start on the best strategy for you, but ideally you want to go alternate to your teammate.
Yeah, that's it. They're both running the same strategy. You do not want to pick the same strategy, same time as your teammate.
Like, it literally leaves about a lap window where you can... Oh! Yep, you're going to have to relinquish that one, Steve. Steve tried to out-drag Chris, who was leaving the pits, into turn 1, and just got beaten to the corner. So...
Teabag's picked up a 3-second penalty. So we've got Dave Douglas and Pint Size on a fresh set of softs. Everyone else who pitted's popped a fresh set of hards on. So Jackie, Matey, Zoniveld, Curly and Chris all looking to go to the end here on these hards.
Would you, if you were Alfa Romeo, be thinking now, Osso's got 3 seconds, Lockman's arguably the faster guy here at the moment, do you let Osso go and try and protect that 3 seconds?
No.
Or do you let Lockman go and sacrifice Osso?
Yeah, absolutely. If I'm honest, team orders, I can't say I'm a massive fan of them, but I have always played team orders every team I've been in. But me personally, I'd be looking at it that Luckman is currently on the best strategy to win this race. He started on the hards. Everyone ahead of him's not pitted yet.
So did Osso. But Osso's
yeah. But what I'm saying is Luckman's the leading car of that duo, so Luckman takes priority for me.
Yeah.
Luckman is going for the race win. Osso's going for what he can. And I think Osso's the one who has to be helping his teammate more than anything. But if I'm honest, 20 laps to go. There's still a hell of a long way to go yet. So it's not over.
Yep, Teabag's in the pits. I don't know what's going on there, but yeah, I openly admit that I'm going to be wherever I am, whatever team I'm in, because of my love affair with the Wolves at every track. I'm going to usually be the inferior teammate.
I feel your pain, mate. I've been that. I think since I joined the league.
So I will always say to my teammate, let me know what strategy you're going to use, and I'll go alternate to that. And if I'm ahead, you're going to be, like, 9 times out of 10, they're going to be quicker. So I'll just act as the block and do my best to create a gap between them and the cars behind before a DNF.
Well, that's it. I think, what are we now, 8 seasons in? I think 3 or 4 seasons of that, my teammate has been the Drivers' Champion. We had Dan in Season 2, Gingy in Season 6. I'm sure there's another one, I can't remember who it was.
Were you teammates with Sociopath when he...
No, I wasn't.
But anyways, you've got 4 Constructors titles to your name. Or is it 3?
I've had 1 at Ferrari, 1 at Mercedes, 1 at Alpine. I think it's 3. I think it's 3. I don't think the Alpine one was, Dan, if I'm on it. Oh, was it? Oh, it must have been.
Yeah, because every time you've been...
it is. That's when Ginge won the championship in Tier 2. So, yeah, it was Alpine. I think I've got 3.
Yeah, like, low-key for next season, because we are obviously we're on the penultimate race of this season, aren't we?
Yeah. So, as Kane's gone.
We've got next week at Mexico.
Mexico.
Obviously out the final corner. But still gets a better exit than Wookie.
Wookie's tyres will be in a better position now, though. Kane obviously doing 8 laps on them softs. Them softs are close to dying point.
Yeah, they're going to fall off of a cliff.
And Chip's trying to fight Wookie here before the S's. It's dangerous. So, sorry to jump in there, Kieran.
Obviously looking forward to season 9. My best CDR season so far is coming to Ferrari, way back in like season 3. So I'm hoping that I can get back into Ferrari and try and replicate some of that form. But with my consistency, it ain't happening.
I'll be honest, I genuinely don't care what car I'm in. It's made no difference. I've done well in an Alpine, I've done well in a Ferrari, I've done well in a Mercedes. Give me a car, I'll drive it. As Osso looks to be in the midst of a battle here, he has picked up another 3-second penalty.
Yeah, I'm on board with Jackie going side by side with. This is what I was on about. This sequence of corners go side by side with anyone for it because there's just so many lines to take.
Yeah, I'm on board with Matey now, looking at it from his point of view. Oh, there's Osso's all over. Osso had a snap there, Matey almost collected him.
And that caused a chain reaction behind. That was Venom having to take avoiding action of Sonnefeld.
And Curly's gone up the inside of Venom now into the final corner, but had a bit of a snap on the exit. Will Venom come back at him? I don't think he will.
And that all started with that little snap of oversteer from Osso.
Yeah, unfortunately. Oh, Sonnefeld and Osso have come together there. They've had a bit of contact. Curly's almost hit the back of Sonnefeld as well.
Also having flashbacks to me and him Friday night.
It looked like Zonny went for the inside of turn 1, but Osso's turned in on him.
Zonny gets a penalty and T-Bag picks up another one.
Yeah, Curly's made it past Zonny now through the S's.
I think Zonny's...
Venom's made it past Hound as well, but Venom's run wide on the exit. Dave and Chip are fighting. The Ferraris are fighting. No!
Everybody's fighting at the moment.
Oh,
Dave
shit.
doesn't have DRS. Dave hasn't activated his DRS. So he's not fighting his teammates.
None of them have it. I don't think it's been activated yet. No driver has it. Hounds, who's dropping down? Venom's dropped down a few places. Osso's dropped down a few there.
Osso and Curly are at it through this sector again. Like, I tend to dislike Herman Tilke. I don't like a lot of his tracks. But this little section...
Curly has a snap as well there.
Yeah. It's a piece of genius. The fact that it's all off camber, going one way then the next. All like heavy braking zones and tight apexes.
I won't lie, this is one of my favourite tracks. Yeah. I do absolutely like to watch. I hate driving it. But I absolutely love watching the races here.
Dave has got Venom.
Oh, I'm looking at the other Dave. I'm looking at the far. Oh, who's that?
Round at turn 1.
Yeah, Hound's now dropped to P17.
On this scrap for the final point is actually almost as interesting as the scrap for P3. Dave just shot himself in the foot. That's his tyres going off.
Well, that's it. This is the thing now is both of the Ferrari drivers will want to get off these tyres. Now, you look, Alpine, P1 and 2. One's on softs, one's on mediums. So, when one pits, the other stays out. You know, it's simple.
As Jackie's just passed Lockman.
Oh, I think Bart's looking at making a move.
Has Lockman got an issue? Because he's just lost two places along that.
I think it's just the age of his tyres, to be honest. 6 lap fresher tyres from them, the two lads who just overtook him.
But they also might need to stop again before the end of the race.
That's it. It's going to be close to the end. It's going to be hard for them at the end. The tyres probably can get to the end, but they'll be struggling.
Yeah, and this bit of the track in particular, you want as much grip as the rears will give you.
As we've got one Ferrari in. Who's that? That's Dave. Dave's into the pits. That's brilliant. That's sensible. You know, do the opposite to your teammate. I can understand that. Great decision. The only issue for him is that safety car's come out, the field's all still bunched up, so he's going to drop right down the order. Whereas...
a set of mediums would have gone to the end for him.
No, I think he's sensible there going for the hards, if I'm honest.
Mediums
would have been screaming. Mediums would have been screaming. As you've got a yellow flag, who's that pint-sized geezer?
Just not having the best debut race, but...
No, it happens, you know, you're trying to get your eye in. There's a lot of drivers you're not used to driving against, and if I'm honest, this is a tricky fucking track as well, so...
Yeah, oh no. I saw that one happening. The moment he went sideways, I was just like, that has actually played... Oh, that could play into Dave's hands.
I think, if I'm honest, I think it's too late for Dave. It'll help his teammate Chip more. It'll help Kane Lowry more.
Everybody's got to dive into the pits this lap.
He'll make a few positions back, but obviously their pit stops are going to be shorter. That's what I'm saying. He won't make up back to where he was. Just looking at the comments there, we've got No X1 from Denmark saying, what was the pole lap? I couldn't tell you. Off the top of my head, I couldn't tell you. He's asked if it's an American... A 33.8, right. He's asked if this is an American league. No, it's not. We're... well, the league founders are British. We run off British time, but we have lads from all over the world here.
South Africans, Finns.
Yeah, we have... You know, we've had... Or have Americans here, South Africans, Finnish. We've had Australians here.
God forbid, Charlie.
You know, we've got people from everywhere.
Yeah, we're an inclusive league, as Jackie is apparently on 6-lap old hards and leading.
Yeah, he pitted under that first safety car.
Yeah.
So this will help him extend them, as, you know, Matey and Curly.
Lockman's gone for medium.
This is what I'm looking at now. So Dave was right behind Chip. He's now, what, 3 places behind him? So yeah. The lads who've pitted under the safety car have benefited.
Yeah, Kane Lowry's still net P1. Whoopi's still net P2. Chip's still net P3.
Essentially, Jackie's net P1 because everyone's pitted now. But I don't see the top 4 getting to the end on them tyres, if I'm honest.
Especially Teabag on those mediums.
Yeah, Teabag on the mediums, and I think the front 3 on them hards as well, I think they're going to be screaming by the end.
21 laps on them.
So I think you're looking at Kane, Wookie, Chip. It'd be interesting to see what Dave can do, whether their mediums can get 25 laps. I think that's a big ask as well, to be honest. So, you know, Dave might not be out of it. Going for the hards might have been the more sensible option.
Yeah. It's really on how much they take out of the mediums underneath the safety car. Because it's very easy to overheat your tyres. Like, you know, just to constantly weave and just add unnecessary wear. As that's Teabag in the pits, so Teabag's going to drop down again. But Teabag's only going to drop down to maybe 10th, 11th.
I think he'll be about 15th. They're all close up. He might come out ahead of Hound. That'll be it. Just looking at comments there. Stingray saying he couldn't tell they were British. I love how he said British as well. He didn't put the T in there. British. He put the apostrophe.
And then, fuck's sake, man.
Pint size saying, can't believe I lost it. Really enjoying not being so behind. Yeah, that, if I'm honest, mate, from previous seasons, for example, Dave, Full Send Dave last season, or the season before, can't remember when he came in, was one of the slowest drivers in the tier.
And I've absolutely no disrespect to Dave, even he will admit it. At times, he was a liability.
Another one for me is Wookie.
Myself.
No, Wookie. Wookie was slow when he first came in. Last season he was last week, sorry, he was battling for a podium. This week he looks brilliant. He's up there again, battling. The progression that we see within this league is unbelievable.
It's even nice to see Stingray adding a couple of nice comments to drivers. Stingray saying that the only way he can go is up. This track sucks, to be honest.
Yeah, it does. It does. It is a difficult track. It is a difficult track
for your first race in the league. Yeah, it's just be thankful it wasn't Mexico. That's your first.
No, that's next week. Yeah, so, you know, it's an hard track to get your teeth into, but it's.
Yeah, you need to find your rhythm here so early, otherwise you're just going to struggle.
That's it. You've got to be so confident in your setup, and if you're, for example, Pint Size, it's his first race here against these guys. He doesn't know how serious everyone else takes it setup wise, etc. You've got to be dialed for consistency, not pace.
My Friday night practice session consisted of me spinning, going, fuck's sake, back to the drawing board, and coming out of the pits.
Jackie's got us underway again. He's gone.
Doing 3 corners, spinning it again and going back to the drawing board. And then finally settled on something that works. Which, if Steve is using, it might not be to Steve's liking, but...
Yeah, well, I sent him my setup as well, so...
I think he may have gone for yours.
Yeah.
Steve looks at my setups and goes, that's too much downforce.
To be fair, seeing him having a spin, it probably could be. Oh, Curly's picked up a 3-second penalty, so that won't help Curly.
Nope, that's going to sucker him in.
As Pint Size has said, thanks, look forward to my next race. We'll get practicing just in case I get to race again. Yeah, if I'm honest, it's always worth practicing. Tier 3 is normally solid for check-ins, so it is tough on the reserves in Tier 3, but towards the end of the season, we always tend to see a few reserves getting drives.
But yeah, that it's always just good to be. Oh, as
Wookie. Oh.
Ooh.
Side by side there through turn 12, looking very close. This is bringing Chip more into the battle as well. Wookie is on the harder tyre as well, so this is not what I expected, but he's burnt half his ERS.
Who's the CEO or team principal of Alpine?
It's not me, but I'll be telling them to crash.
Me in the house being like, yeah, that's a good idea.
No, I'm a Ferrari boy at the moment, so...
As Chris has got a run on Dave. Chris on the softer tyre.
Yeah, on the medium.
Goes through the apex though, and
Dave nice switchback. Lovely that. Lovely driving from Dave.
But, yeah, you don't want to be going side by side through there.
And Wookie's picked up 3 seconds as well, so that's going to screw him. Barks made it past Chip. I think Chip's had a bad exit, bad corner there through the S's.
Yeah, and now Dave is...
Oh, he's missing an end plate. Chip's missing an end plate. I think he might have hit a car ahead. He's just lost the position to Bark and Lutman.
As Bark's rear end become a magnet for another car this season.
Oh, God. And I think Wookie's picked up... Is that a second penalty? Oh, no, Curly's picked up 6 seconds. Wookie's on 3. I thought it popped up saying Wookie had got another penalty.
It's Jesus. Chris coming from nowhere on Dave.
It's Jesus. Don't call him that. He'll love it.
Which one, Chris or Dave?
Oh, Chris would love being called Jesus. He's got that God complex. But no, literally, you've got from P2 down to P15 all within DRS of each other.
Yeah, and there's cars. Oh,
and DRS is enabled.
Making a last, like literally swiped across the back of Chris into the pits.
Yeah, he's gone for a new wing, so it's unfortunate for Chip. That's going to cost him a lot.
That's Wookie up past me. So the Alpines are making light work of this. They're just on a...
They are, but Wookie's got that penalty, which will hang over him. He's no ERS either.
Yeah. And everybody from Chris down to also has got a penalty. So Venom, realistically, all he's got to do is stay within 3 seconds of this bunch. And he jumps 5 places.
I was just looking at Stingray's comment saying, didn't they fire Schnauzer or something? I don't know who he is now. I always called him Shit Sniffer. Otmar Shit Sniffer.
Oh yeah, they did fire him.
I was never a fan of him, to be honest. You know, the BWT sponsorship following him, I just don't like the guy. I really don't like him.
It can't be any worse than Aston Martin's Mike Crack.
Mike Crack. As we're on board with Lutman and Curley going side by side in Sector 3. Double right-hander now. Curley's hanging it round the outside. Get to turn 19, Curley just backs out, gives Lotman that position.
And Chris has managed to get involved. But Chris is burning through ERS like no tomorrow.
Barks made it up past Matey Boy. Chris has now made it past Curley. I can see 3 wide in the background. That's Dave Zonnevelden also. Oh, it's Dave Douglas, I think, just tagged the back of Osso.
That's going to be an angry Finn. Or Danish also. I don't know.
Osso's Dutch. Come on. How do you not know this?
I've never looked at his flag, if I'm being honest.
I've never looked at his flag. I just know because my wife loves him.
Isn't it nice that our partner's favourite driver isn't even us? Yours... Nikki loves Osso and Bryony loves Luke because she just loves saying Colby. It amuses her.
Yeah, world's gone mad. As Lutman's made it past Matey Boy there. It'd be interesting to see what Lutman can do as well because he showed pace early on. Will he be able to close this gap now to Bark and, you know, Kane and Wookie?
Kane Lowry has pulled in 3 seconds on Jackie in the last 2 laps.
I genuinely think Jackie's going to have another pit stop to make. I don't think he can take them hard 21 laps.
There is no nursing those tyres that long.
I mean, Kane could do it.
I mean, that guy could nurse the same set of tyres all season and then still come out with grip at the end. But,
I'll tell you what, I almost threw a very dodgy comment out there about Kane. Jesus.
As Lutman's just at the fastest lap of the race.
Curley's dropping. He's in the pits. 12 lap old hards. Is he getting a new wing? No, he's not. He's just popping a fresh set of mediums on 9 laps.
They're a used set of mediums.
Oh, it's a used set. Teabag's pitting as well. He's getting a new wing. Chip, fastest lap.
But that's because it's a 2 lap old set of softs, so they've literally just come into the optimal window.
Oh, as Curley and Chip almost come together at turn 1 there. Chip trying to go around the outside but trying to take the apex. It looked very close. I think Curley had to back out there. That were close. That Kane Lowry's now all over the back of Jackie.
Steve is just having a very lonely race, isn't he?
It's what happens, if I'm honest, on this track. You know, you look at Chris now, he's 2.5 seconds off the car ahead, over a second behind him. This track just sort of builds that. It's one of them, like I said earlier on, it's like Marmite, you either love it or you hate it.
Yeah, it's one wing change away from a lonely race all race. Because the pit stop's so long and the lap is even longer.
Yeah.
I think it's like the 5th or 6th longest lap on the calendar now,
Yeah.
behind Spa, Baku. It used to be Abu Dhabi used to be up there before the update.
Yeah, the change of track. I think Singapore's up there as well, isn't it?
It used to be before they updated
Oh,
it.
again, yeah, they've changed that track. Zonneveld now making it past Matey Boy.
Those hards are starting to suffer for me.
Dave Douglas making it past Matey as well. So is Matey having a bit of an issue at the moment? Chip setting the fastest lap again.
He's chewing through those softs though.
But that's it. He's all, you know, 8.5 seconds behind the car ahead. So without a safety car, Chip is well out of this race.
Yeah. So these fastest lap points, all he's doing is making sure they're not going to somebody else. Also
another 3 seconds. We'll have a quick look at penalties now. You got Wookie, Chris, Zonneveld, Matey, Dave, Hound with 3 seconds. As Kane's taking Jackie for the lead of the race. You got Dave Douglas on 6. You've got Osso, Curly, and T-Bag on 9.
As Dave is past Zonneveld at turn 12. So this at the moment is a matter of who's got penalties. Like Dave Douglas now needs to pull out 3 seconds on Zonneveld. As that's Dave and Matey getting friendly.
Yeah, I was on board with Full Send Dave. They were battling Venom into turn 12 and then ended up turning it into an attack on Matey. He got a good run through Sector 3, to be honest.
I think after he made his transition to wheel and he's got comfortable on it now, we're just going to see him improve leaps and bounds for the next season or so.
Yeah, the thing is before the start of this season, Dave looked brilliant on controller. The issue that's come for him this season was the fact that he decided to get that wheel and jump on the wheel, which showed obviously a significant loss of pace. It takes that time to get used to, and you know what I mean. I don't advise anyone against moving forward. I just wish you wouldn't fucking do it when you're my teammate for a season, you know.
Yeah. Well, you've got it to come when you eventually move on to yours.
Yeah, that's it. Once I get a monitor, I'm sorted for my rig.
I've got a spare smart TV if you want it.
I'm looking at a proper gaming monitor at the moment, to be honest. Obviously running the PS5, the 120Hz, just on board with Dave there, very wide after he got past Matey. Matey's looking to attack him back. Doesn't quite get it done. Looks like Dave's held on to that position.
Lockman's all over the back of Bart, who in return is not too far off the back of Wookie. So
Dave Douglas with 9 seconds of penalties now as well, so he will tumble down the order.
He's very easily done here though.
Yeah, that's it.
Limit.
Yeah. Tell you what, Jackie's doing well for still sit with Kane.
Oh, absolutely. Venom.
6 lap older tyres as well.
Yeah. So that's Venom not progressing further up the field due to being penalty free. He's now going to make those positions up on track. And Dave is unfortunately on the harder compound. And
that could help him though later on in the race.
Yeah, but he's at the front of the DRS train.
Yeah, but you got Matey right behind him who's on 5 lap older hards, also on 9 lap medium. So also for me, Osso's the concern. Yeah, the others, I'd be fairly confident I could fight back at.
Speak of Osso, and he's looking at every which angle
Yeah, matey made a move on Dave there. Dave went really wide as Zonneveld's just made it past Dave Douglas as well.
I think Full Send Dave is struggling to get those hards actually turned on as much as he needs them to. Like, it doesn't seem to have as much faith on the exit of the corners that the thing's going to stick. But that's what happens when you move on to the harder compound tyres, especially later on in the race. Cooler track temp. Some tracks it works, others it.
Yeah, not just a cooler track temp though. The track have been more rubbered in now than ever. So Lutman, 3-second penalty. That ruins his attempt at a podium there, I think.
Unless they can both jump Jackie.
That's it. I think they need to jump Jackie and clear him.
Sorry.
I'm looking at Jackie being on the older tyre.
Yeah.
As Barks just made it past Wookie. But then outbraked himself a little bit. Wookie were having a go back at him. Wookie out of ERS. What can Lutman do? Lutman's trying to turn it up the inside there through 13, but that won't happen. 14, sorry.
Yeah, through that sector, like through those sequence of corners, you need the high ground in order to dip back underneath. Like, you can't just be following front wing to rear wing. You need that like angle to get the car to, like,
Wookie lost the rear a little bit out of that last corner there. Lutman with DRS. He gets that move. Wookie's gone. Oh, Jesus Christ. Wookie went for the switch, but if I'm honest, I don't think he went for the switchback. I think he outbraked himself. Yeah, he outbraked himself and decided to swerve for the left to avoid the cars. Just threaded the eye of a needle there.
He did a Dan at China.
Yeah, I remember the one. Jesus Christ.
Wookie,
he's picked up another 3-second penalty as well, which will ruin him.
So
that's a shame for Wookie. He's had such a good drive.
Also 12 seconds.
Oh, Matey's dropping down now. It's an Alpha Tauri. Leave the Ferrari out of it, you fucker.
I saw the Ferrari in the yellow flag, in fairness. Chip's fastest laps at the moment actually may see him progress into the top 10 because Otto's got 12 seconds worth of penalties.
Zonneveld picking up 3 seconds. Chris taking Zonneveld as well.
So Chip is 25 seconds off the leader. And Matey, actually, you could get as high as possibly Dave Douglas in P8. Based on keeping it penalty free.
Chip's going to make a number of positions here based on penalties.
He could actually make it even higher if anybody picks up any more.
That's it, 3 laps to go now. People are going to be pushing for whatever they can possibly get out of this race. I do think Chip's tyres will be starting to struggle a little bit though, if I'm honest. I know they lower fuel now, but pushing them as much as he has. Fastest laps.
Teabag's got the fastest lap as it stands. 36.562. Went a half a second quicker than Chip, so Chip isn't even going to get that extra point.
Yeah, well, Teabag's a shitbag.
Dave.
Dave picks up another 3 seconds, so Chip's going to jump him as well. Whether he's doing that just for help his teammate, you know, Ferrari team orders. I just on with Lutman, he's going for back. He's got the racing line. He's back, going to try challenge back. No, he doesn't. So Lutman is up to P3, but he does have a penalty.
Yeah, well, Jackie is next on his hit list, but does he have enough time to catch him and grab 3 seconds in the process? Well, he's already got barked by 1.1 seconds. He's already out of DRS.
I think Luckman's going to be pushing now. Would you... Right, you personally know. You're in Luckman's position, 40% ERS. Look at the gap. You've got 2 seconds to the car ahead, 1 second to the car behind. You know you've got a 3-second penalty. Are you pushing now, or are you saving it for the last lap?
30% ERS.
Me personally, I'm building my ERS for 2 laps. Then the last lap, I'm throwing everything at it. If that ERS drops below 20%, I'm losing performance.
Yeah.
I make sure it's above 20% before that last lap, and then I throw everything at the last lap.
Jackie's on 11. So that gap is tumbling. 1.2. Curly
setting the fastest lap.
Last thing.
Yeah, mate, he's just pitted as well for a fresh set of softs. Did see Hound and Chip fighting a little bit there as well.
Other teams. If you know you're not got to score a point, take one off of another constructor. Especially at this stage of the season.
Zonneveld, Dave Douglas fighting side by side as well in turn 12. Dave taking the position.
Jackie's just... Is he going to be within DRS? Matey Boy's just picked up another penalty.
Matey Boy, yeah. I think he's just pushing for that fastest lap, if I'm honest.
Yeah, so 1.2 to Jackie. So, yeah, it's just going to be another Kane Lowry podcast. But who's going to be on it?
Oh, Zonneveld got close to Dave there at turn 1. Braking later. Luttman's pushing. He's below that 20% ERS, so he will lose performance. That's the problem.
But he's within DRS.
Yeah, just about. Whether he can make that count over the next 2 laps. He needs to get back by a second.
Yep, and out of certain sectors he is quicker.
Let's see what he manages now with DRS open. He's not pulling away from Bart though.
No, it's more like I think it's more like 3 tenths a lap than half a second that he needs.
Down that straight there with DRS, he did nothing. He pulled out, I think it was a 10th and a half.
Yep.
That's not enough.
But he's pulled out 2 tenths through this sector. So
let's see what he manages now. We're coming up to the last lap. But like I said, I think my concern for Luttman is the lack of ERS he's got back, still at almost 40%. So, you know, he can push on this last lap knowing that he's going to make it to the end. See what Luttman does. He's pushing DRS open as well.
Is he just trying to use Jackie for that last?
I wouldn't be trying to use him, I'd be trying to get past him. Jackie on 21 old hards. 21 lap hards. It's insane that Jackie's been able to stay up.
Yeah.
Luttman is trying to fight Jackie. Oh, through turn 10, almost side by side. Into turn 11, he's gone up the inside at turn 11. He will have DRS as well. He's had a snap of oversteer. Jackie's got him back.
We've got a yellow flag.
Luttman has the DRS. Oh, Dave.
Steve, who's had the
Luttman's got him back. He's got him back. He's took P2, but
yeah, but
Bark's closer now. Bark's getting closer.
At this rate, Bark could take.
It'll just be P3, unless Jackie picks up a penalty. He'll be P3.
Yeah, I think Bark will be happy with P3 after today. It's going to be interesting as to how this finishes. There you go, Kane Lowry doing his best from Max Verstappen.
There we go. Kane Lowry takes the win. Fairly straightforward for Kane, to be honest. Jackie done brilliantly for take them hard 22 laps, taking P2.
Yeah,
Batman do P3. Lutman, unlucky, you know, he went for it, but P4. Lucky, to be honest, after his little incident, to take P5, still solid.
Chip only moved from 10th to 9th.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a shame. His tyres probably went, to be honest. Yeah. But, you know, Chip were up there battling for top 4, top 5, and unfortunate that he's been involved in that. Obviously, there'll be, I assume there'll be a few stewards' reports, which will probably change a few positions, but from what we've seen, fairly good racing, fairly clean. Very good so far. So we need to get the top 3 in now for the podium interview.
Nerfpack said I broke his car. How did I break his car?
Kane, Bark and Jackie, the lads we need in the chat. All of them I know are already in this chat. They've all been involved in this podium conversation before. Jackie's already joined.
He knows the drill by now.
Yeah, boy!
Just waiting on Kane and Bark.
Make it snappy, guys. We've got a Grand Prix to watch.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, mate.
Oh, good.
What can the stream?
Kane's here.
Wait, 3rd? What? Why am I 3rd?
That's the results over the weekend. If you actually go to race results,
Oopsie.
Results race, it comes up with you in 2nd.
Come on, Jackie.
Right.
Genuinely thought you were smarter than that.
These sprints always confuse me.
Just waiting on Bark, but he's not here at the moment, so we'll jump straight in with yourself, Jackie. Taking P2, obviously going a long way on them hard tyres. You pitted a lot earlier than the rest of the lads. How did you feel?
Yeah, I got the tyre pressures wrong, and they were overheating. So I thought I'll try the hards under the safety car just to see how they do. And they were still kind of overheating as well, but they just felt better. So I thought, okay, I'll just try and stick on them to the end. And it worked out, yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what, with overheating tyres, it makes what you did a bit more impressive. I thought you'd struggle getting to the end on them, to be honest. 20-odd laps on a set of hards is a lot of tyres, especially for a track like this. With higher pressures, even more so.
Yeah. I mean, okay, the pressures weren't that high. It was only like 2 or 3 clicks, but it was too much. And I think I had about 60% wear on the rears.
60%. Still a lot, though, to be honest, with the amount of pressure and how close the field was towards the end. You know, to hold your own and keep that gap, keep that position was a great drive from yourself.
Hell yeah. Didn't expect that, but yeah. It was a good day.
60% wear though after 20-something laps, that's fairly decent time management. That's the sort of time management Kane Lowry would be proud of. Like if he actually arrives and gives us his opinion on the little scrap that we had.
I think it wasn't even 60, it was probably like 55 or something like that. It was 50-something.
Like, you could tell your tyres were gone because he literally arrived and disappeared. It was like he made a quick pit stop to wave at you and then just drove on by.
Yeah. But still, P2 is alright.
Yeah, not bad at all, mate. Like I said, the early pit stop, the lads behind you getting the advantage from the second safety car, a lot fresher tyres. You did a brilliant job to hold on to that P2, so take nothing away for you for that.
Absolutely not. You can't knock P2 any way you look at it.
Bark hasn't joined the chat yet, so we'll jump on to Kane. Have you recovered from the COVID?
Just about. I'm about 80% there, so.
80% there, right? That's probably 70% more than you were last week. So, can we get another reaction to how you're feeling about that championship now? Now it's secured, it's confirmed. You've got the championship win.
It's nice to have it, but looking forward to racing at Tier 2 next season and see what...
you mean Tier 1?
No, it's been confirmed.
No spoilers before the driver draw, please, there.
Yeah, sorry, Tier 1 or 2.
Or 4.
If they were Tier 4, mate, I'd already have been running that for 2 seasons. But no, great drive from yourself. Early safety car, a few lads pitted. You decided to stay out on the softs. What were your reasoning for staying out?
I thought that it would be better to stay out and just a few laps and hang out there, and then I would feel comfortable about going with the mediums to the end.
Right. Part of me thought you might have made a mistake by missing that first safety car and then deciding to pit at the second, but you made it work on track. You did the job.
Yeah, I was quite confident that I can do it on track if I lose some positions during the pit stops. And I lost a few, I think 4 places or something like that, but
yeah,
I was sure that I can take those guys on the track. Jackie, I wasn't that confident that I can overtake him on track, but it worked out pretty well.
Nice to see that it's not just a matter of you leading from the front. The fact that after you pitted, you did end up with a little bit of traffic to make your way through. And you just kind of picked cars off, not with relative ease, but you made the most of the tyres and the opportunities you did have to overtake.
Yeah, I didn't even need to use my tires that much. I think I had 40% wear on my mediums at the end.
No, great job, Kane. Yet another race win. We hear the classic Kimmy chat.
I think you're coming up to some sort of CDR race win record.
I think you've had a brilliant season, and it's been great to actually hear it from you as well. Races were like last week, you struggling with COVID, not feeling so well. Just getting your point of view from certain things as well has been brilliant.
Like, we'll have to double check with Chloe, but I think the only person that may have won more races in a season during a championship winning season may have been Sociopath in his Tier 3 winning season.
I don't want to stomp on what you're trying to say, but I think I'm sure there was a season Drofters was up there in Tier 1, and I think Pink Eye in a previous season as well has been well up there in race wins. But
I'm on about for Tier 3, like purely Tier 3.
Right. But yeah, brilliant drive again, Kane. Well done, mate. You've got the title secured and followed it up with another race win. Now we'll jump on with Bark. Taking P3. You were up there challenging at the start. You dropped back a little bit. How did you find it? How did you find the race?
Yeah, the race was quite tricky. I was sweating quite a lot in the beginning because I didn't have time to practice this week. only a couple of laps in time trial before the race. So I was surprised that I got this high record in the sprint race. But then, of course, I didn't have any understanding how the heavy car is acting there, and I took it carefully. Then I realized that I'm dropping back quite heavily. So it took long time before I got the feeling of the car. So, but pretty happy about the podium.
I'll tell you what.
couldn't.
Sorry, go on, Kieran.
I was going to say I couldn't really see what happened at Turn 1 during the feature, but between you and Luckman, what was it? With Luckman running up the inside, it appeared that there was a little bit of contact, or was that just from point of view?
Yeah. I think if you're referring to some last laps, I think there was. I kind of like a left
the first lap.
A first lap. I'm not sure about the first lap.
I don't think there was contact. I think Luckman went for a move up the inside, but then braked to avoid contact.
Yeah, at least I was in chat with Kane, so I was wondering that who is coming so fast, and I think was it full send or chip. I don't recall, but anyway, the Ferrari was coming so like a dive bombing, but not hitting anybody. So it was very very nice overtake, but I almost shat in my pants. So.
Cold brown.
Yeah.
To be honest, you like I say, you started the feature race. Started going back down the order. You've slowly just held your own, fought your own way back, and you've pulled another brilliant result out of it. And to hear that you'd only done a couple of laps of practice, it makes that even more of a brilliant job. So well done to yourself, Bark. Here we are talking to you again. Second time in 3 weeks, is it?
Yeah.
We're hoping to talk to you more now. You're putting yourself up there.
His rear wing isn't a target for front wings.
True.
Well, that's it. If you brake later, you'll be talking to us more.
Yeah, let's see.
But no, brilliant job. Thanks everyone. Thanks everyone who's tuned in. Cheers to all the drivers who've joined us. Join us next week. Season finale will be at Mexico. We'll see you then.
Yep.
All right. Good night, guys.